Sometimes Casio will release a watch that goes on to become a huge sales success that I suspect that it even took Casio by surprise. The ABL1000 was first released in 2024 and was so popular that it was sold out for a couple of months when it was first released. Around the same time, the WSB1000 was also released, and this watch is essentially the same as the ABL100 but in a different style. A difference between the two watches is that although the former was a huge sales success, the WSB1000 was not so and is now being discounted. A loss for Casio could mean a win for you, so if you're interested in this watch, now's your chance to grab a bargain. These two watches may look very different, as the ABL100 has a 1980s aesthetic and the WSB1000 has a modern day digital watch aesthetic. However, underneath the skin they're both modern day Bluetooth enabled step tracking watches. The main difference between them is in the price, and the one on the left is about $90 and the one on the right is currently on sale for $40. The WSB1000 has only been on release since the middle of 2024, and on Casio's European website it's already been marked as an old model. Whether this means that it's going to be discontinued soon, I don't know, but I do know that Casio are currently discounting it. Shop around and you can pick one up for around $40, and at this price it's a bit of a bargain. I've only had it for a month and it's already replaced the ABL100 as my main step tracking watch. The main reason is that although the ABL100 costs over twice as much, the build quality is no better. The chrome paint on this watch is easily scratched, even though I'm very careful in trying not to damage it. For a watch at this price point, it really should have come with a stainless steel case. The WSB1000 also has a case and strap made of resin, but because the case is not painted, you don't have to worry about it getting scratched. I like the honesty of the design. It's not pretending to be retro, and the screws used on the face are real screws. Dimensions of the case are 46.2mm in length, 41.3mm in width, and it's also fairly slim at 11.6mm in depth. The whole watch weighs only 36 grams and you barely notice that you're wearing a watch. Here's how it looks on the wrist. The watch is Bluetooth enabled, perhaps to the lament of some Casio collectors who will say that such technology does not belong on Casio watches. However, I disagree and quite like having it on there, as it makes life easier when setting up the watch. When you're setting it up for the first time, all you need to do is to add the watch to the Casio Watches app, then press the bottom left button to connect. Once connected, the correct time and date is instantly transferred to the watch. I find this much easier to do than setting up the watch manually. Make no mistake though, although it does have Bluetooth, this is not a smartwatch, and it's all the better for it. You can operate all the functions of the watch without connecting it to a phone. And the CR2016 battery inside the watch lasts for about 3 years realistically, even though Casio says it would last only 2. The other selling point for the watch is the step counter. I'm not a gym bro, but I do appreciate knowing how many steps I've taken during the day, and so I decided to test it out. The watch will keep a track of how many steps you've taken, and if you connect it to the app, it will give you extra information like how many calories you've burned. You can also use it to set a daily steps count or even give you notifications to move more, which could be helpful or annoying depending upon your point of view. I also prefer the LCD display over that on the ABL1000. It has a portrait rather than landscape orientation, and because of that, it can accommodate taller and thicker digits, making it more legible. The buttons used for the watch's operation are also nice and large. There's 2 on either side of the case and 1 on the front. Strangely though, they've decided to give it 1 steel button and 1 plastic button on the left side of the case. I'm not sure why that is, and I couldn't find any explanation for it online. The strap is also slightly unusual in the fact that it features holes on both the top and the bottom strap. It features a plastic buckle, and it would have been nice if it was made of steel. On the back there is a steel plate held down by 4 screws, and Casio has given it a water resistance rating of 100 meters. Again, this is better than the ABL1000, which is rated as only being splash proof. Next, let's look at the features of the 3564 module inside the case. Aside from the Bluetooth and step counter features, the remaining functions are exactly the same as the ABL1000. So what you get is a stopwatch as shown here, a countdown timer, 5 daily alarms and dual time. What's nice is that the current time is still visible when in the stopwatch and timer modes. You can also save up to 200 records that you've timed when using the stopwatch. There is also a power save function where the screen will turn off after a period of inactivity, which should help the battery last longer than the 2 years which Casio claims. And finally, let's look at the backlight. And this is provided by a single amber coloured LED at the left side of the display. You can set the duration of how long it stays on for to either 1.5 seconds or for 3 seconds. There is also one other feature which I forgot to record, and this is the phone finder feature. This causes your phone to play some audio so that you can locate it, and it's activated by pressing the bottom right button. Overall, it's not a big surprise that the ABL1000 was a sales success and the WSB1000 was not. The ABL1000 is seen as a spiritual successor to the A168, and so Casio had a ready-made market of A168 owners wanting to upgrade. As the WSB1000 was released nearly at the same time, it was all but forgotten. Now that Casio have discounted the price to either increase demand or to get rid of existing stock, now's your chance to pick up this excellent watch.